Good evening. Chuck Swartz welcoming you to Oregon Trail Park, home of the Gering High School softball team. It's the home opener for Gering, coached by Tim Gonzalez, who went 2-1 in the season-opening Aurora Invitational last week. Scottsbluff High, the visitors, coached by Mike Gentry, are 3-2, going 3-1 in the season-opening weekend with a win at Lexington on Friday and then sticking around and going 2-1 at the Lex Invite last Saturday, but then losing at home to Sterling, Colorado Monday night in 3 innings. This is the first of what could be several meetings between these two teams this season. Both teams will be at the Scottsbluff Invite in a couple of weeks. They're scheduled to play at Scottsbluff in mid-September and are both part of the B6 district, which will be hosted here at Oregon Trail Park and at the Scottsbluff High Diamonds in early October. Other teams in that district scheduled for the 4th and 5th of October include Alliance, Chadron, Gothenburg, McCook, and North Platte. When I come back, we'll take a look at the starters. Thanks for watching KNEB.TV.
Stack up on some great savings with State Farm agent Kerr Heilbron from Gering, Nebraska. Kerr Heilbron can help you save hundreds by adding your renter's policy to your auto insurance. Think of it as insurance with the cherry on top. Get to a better state. Call Kerr Heilbron today.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
This all began as someone's dream. This book, this land, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no, because we protect this. And everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Come see me, Christy Sulik, at 1012 Avenue I in Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. With Scottsbluff being the visitors, we'll look at their starting lineup first. And it'll be Maddie Johnston, the second baseman, leading it off. Tierney Schlevy, the right fielder, will hit second. Brady Lockemer, the shortstop, is in the number 3 slot. Kiera Twombly will hit cleanup and play center field. Taylor Klein hits 5th. She plays third base. Then it's the first baseman, Savannah Salazar. Kimber Schallenberger will be the designated player. She'll be hitting for the pitcher, Jordan Grasmick. Maddie Narvaez, the left fielder, hits 8th, and Talara Kinsey, the catcher, is in the number 9 spot. Again, for Scottsbluff, Johnston, Schlevy, and Locomer, Twombly, Klein, and Salazar, Schallenberger, Narvaez, and Kinsey, going up against Bobby Claflin, the pitcher for Gering. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Gering hitters as you're along with us on KNEB.TV.
Have a ball this fall getting your property in shape with a new John Deere compact tractor. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all compacts, like the hard-working 1 family and the economical 3E series. And get $500 off with the purchase of 2 qualifying implements that turn your tractor into the workhorse it was built to be. Clean up your property and clean up on savings with John Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Buyers Realty has been helping people in the community find their dream home since 1994. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, our friendly staff will put in the work to help you reach the finish line. We also do property management for buildings in Scottsbluff, Gering, and beyond. You can find an extensive list of our properties by visiting our website at callbuyersrealty.com. Or you can visit our Scottsbluff offices on Avenue B, right next to Bumper to Bumper. Community strong, community proud, we have what you're looking for.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Last school year, 17 students were honored as the Platte Valley.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the starters for Gering now. They are the home team in this first game of the year that we have on KDB.TV, although both teams have already played 4 or 5 games, all on the road except Scottsbluff's game on Monday. Bobby Claflin, the pitcher, leads it off for Gering. Should be followed by Madeline Wiese, the right fielder. Kiana Island hits third, plays first base. Then the cleanup hitter is Hannah Splastoser, the catcher. Briley Dean, the left fielder, hits fifth. She's celebrating her birthday today. Kelly Snelling, the center fielder, hits sixth, followed by Sam Stamper, the second baseman. Then it's Callista Muir, the shortstop, and Josie Brown, the third baseman for Gering. Again, it'll be Claflin, Weiss, Island, Splastoser, Dean, Snelling, Stamper, Muir, and Brown. They'll be going up against Jordan Grassmake in the circle for Scottsbluff. We'll have the opening pitch coming up. Thanks for being along with us here on KDB.TV.
Last school year, 17 students were honored as the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Kids from Scottsbluff, Gering, Bridgeport, Bayard, Mitchell, and Banner County received winning nominations, and with the new school year underway, it's once again time for the public to nominate deserving K-12 students to be the next Star Student of the Week. How do you get your nomination in? Just go to pvbank.com, fill out the nomination form, and watch KNEB.TV News every Friday during the school year to see if your star student was selected.
Where can you find gifts for everyone? TC and More. That's where. Come in and look at what you've been missing. Gifts for the ladies. Gifts to remember. The gift of light. Gifts for your home. Gifts for the kids. Gifts for the Husker fan. For the perfect gift, stop in and visit TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff. And remember, TC and More still has all of your children's educational materials.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Welcome back. I might mention that Gering, after playing tonight, will be off till next Tuesday, and they'll be at Alliance. And then a week from Saturday, they'll be at the McCook Invitational. Scottsbluff, after playing this game, will be playing on Saturday against Chase County in a doubleheader, and that will be a home contest. Then next Tuesday, they'll be in Chadron. So these teams getting into the meat of the schedule, and you know how it is. Once they get started, there's no turning back. Scottsbluff again coming in at 3-2 on the year, while Gering is 2-1. Extra game for Scottsbluff last weekend. They went to Lexington on Friday and played 1, while Gering was at Aurora playing 3 in their invite. And then Scottsbluff stuck around and played the Lexington invite on Saturday. And Monday had their first home game when Sterling spanked them in a 3-inning game as they shut Scottsbluff out. So Scottsbluff looking if they can come back from that. Gering 1 lost and 1 in their first game. So they're coming off a win against St. Paul, while Scottsbluff has lost to Gothenburg and Sterling, Colorado in their last 2 games. Set the defense for Gering here in the first inning as pitcher Bobby Claflin takes her warm-ups. Kiana Island will be the first baseman. Sam Stamper at second. Callista Muir at shortstop, and Josie Brown is the third baseman. The catcher is Hannah Splastoser. In left field, Briley Dean. Center field is patrolled by Kelly Snelling. And in right field, Madeline Weiss for the Gering defense. Gering in the white tops with the blue trim and gold lettering, along with the black pants and blue socks. Scottsbluff will wear the black tops, red pants, and have red numerals and lettering on their uniforms. Chuck Swartz with you. Glad to have you along on this contest, our first telecast of the 2018-19 school year for high school athletics. Tomorrow in Bridgeport, Sydney and Bridgeport. We'll kick off the football season, and we'll have that one for you. And then plenty of games coming up in the near future next week, as we will have some football games. Chris Cottrell, the sports director for KNEB, will be doing the radio and TV on football. And, of course, we also have Jeff working for us on the Gering games. So when we have Gering at home on a TV game, he'll be doing the play-by-play on that also. I'll be doing some volleyball in Scottsbluff and filling in on an as-needed basis for them. We're ready to go. Claflin, right-hander, toes the rubber and fires the pitch. It'll be a called strike to Maddie Johnson. Right-handed batter. Johnston stepped out for a moment, now back. So Claflin is ready. This will be a strike also. So quickly, 0-2 to Maddie Johnston. Third baseman Brown in slightly, but not nearly as severe as we see sometimes with third baseman defensively. This will be low, so it's ball 1. Ball, 2 strikes to Johnston with Tierney Schlevy waiting on deck. Mentioned Chris Cottrell, he's in Alliance tonight. Volleyball, Scottsbluff and Alliance. 2 balls, 2 strikes now as the pitch misses low. Outfielders straight away and average depth. Infielders pretty much the same. 2-2 swung on and missed, and we have our first strikeout of the ball game for Claflin. 1 out. And that will bring up the number 2 hitter, Tierney Schlevy for Scottsbluff. They were, I believe, 1 hit the other night in that ball game that they lost to Sterling, but went up against a very, very tough pitcher. There's no doubt about that. Time called for a moment. Schlevy, the left-handed batter, settles in now to the first base box. Faked the bunt. Pitch was low. Ball 1. Nobody on base. We're in the first inning. If you just joined us, no score. Obviously, we're only on the second batter of the ball game. Claflin glanced to third, now delivers to the plate, and it'll be a swinging bunt attempt there, and it's a foul ball, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So with the ball and a strike, nobody on, 1 out. Schlevy stepped out again, now back. Claflin's ready to work. This will miss, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1. And there's the swinging hit to left, and it'll be fielded by the shortstop Muir, but Schleve will beat it out. So kind of the swinging bunt there, not as hard hit as Muir needed if she was going to get that ball over to first baseman Kiana Island in time. So our first hit of the ball game will bring up Brady Laucomer. Right-handed batter with a widespread stance. Takes a healthy cut and misses. Strike one to her. Runner on, one out. Top of the first inning. Two rival schools that have faced each other many a time, particularly through the summers. There's strike two on a swing. Schleve, the runner at first base. Claflin up in the count. Delivers, swung on and missed. Strike three, so two strikeouts in the inning. And with two out, runner at first. Here's Kira Twombly, the cleanup hitter. See if she can keep the inning going here. Runner is going, throw down's a good one, and gets her. So Schleve is caught stealing. And it'll be no runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left on base. After a half inning, it's Scottsbluff nothing, Gering coming up on the Wesco scoreboard.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Beat the heat and play inside with Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. Bounce houses, concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade in town, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, and as always, ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, corporate event, office party, or family reunion. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Throw goes to second. We'll set the Scottsbluff defense for you quickly. Savannah Salazar at first base. Maddie Johnston at second. Brady Laucomer is the shortstop. Taylor Klein at third. Catching is Talara Kinsey. Jordan Grasmick doing the pitching. In left field is Maddie Narvaez. And Kira Twombly is in center. And Tyranny Schleve is the right fielder. We're at Gering's Oregon Trail Park. They are the home team in this one. A one-out single in the first for Scottsbluff, but ultimately the inning ended on a caught stealing. Here's Bobby Claflin, the pitcher. Righty is against righty, and she'll line it foul down the first base side as she hit that one solidly, but it goes foul. Narvaez will field it and get it back into the infield. So Grasmick looks to the dugout for a moment for some instruction / encouragement. And now Claflin ready at the plate. So Grasmick toes the pitching plate and will miss high. It'll be ball one and strike one to Claflin. Madeline Weiss will be the on-deck hitter. Gering in the third base dugout. Scottsbluff on the first base side. Now the 1-1 delivery will be a strike on the corner, so it'll be quickly 1 ball, 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch, lofted over the left the second baseman into right field. Maddie Johnston got a good break on it, but the ball was hit far enough she couldn't get to it. Schleve will bring it back in. And we have a leadoff single in the first inning for Claflin. Here's Madeline Weiss, the right fielder. Let's see if Gering tries to bunt her along. Now we've got timeout. So I think we will have a courtesy runner here, but yeah, Awio will be the pinch runner. So Awio at first base. So potential lead run over there at first base. Weiss to bat. She's a lefty. Stands well up in the box. Third baseman Klein will play inside the bag, hugging the foul line. And the pitch will be a strike called. Salazar will play just inside the baseline at first base. Now creeps in a little bit more. And the pitch will again be a called strike. So no balls, 2 strikes. Claflin singled on a 1-2 pitch. And her runner over at first now, Kiera Awio. Narrowly missing. Ball, 2 strikes to Weiss with Kiana Island waiting on deck for Gering. No score. We're in the bottom of the first. Grasmick delivers. Ground ball past the third baseman. Lowcomer has it. Has to throw to first. It won't be in time. Didn't have a chance to get Awio as she moved in at second. So Weiss will have an infield single. And it's going to be 2 on, nobody out here in the first inning. Now we're getting into the meat of the order. Kiana Island, the number 3 hitter, with the cleanup hitter, Hannah Splastusser, waiting behind. Gering threatening here in the first. This will be high, so it's ball 1. Runner at second, Awio. Weiss, the runner at first. Off-speed pitch bounces, and heading for third, Awio will be in safely. Because she didn't throw, Kenzie was able to hold the runner Weiss at first base. So nobody down, first and third, and we've got a 2-ball, no strike count on Island. Chance to give Gering the lead here. Grasmick chewing the gum steadily as she surveys the situation. Now looks into Kinsey. And Talara Kinsey gives the sign, and the pitch will be a called strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Island with Hannah Splastusser on deck. Outfielders straight away, fairly deep for Island. Off speed, grounded to third. They'll throw to home, and it's dropped by Kinsey, so the run scores. Island will be on a fielder's choice. Claflin will score on the play, on the error on the catcher. So it's 1-0. And Weiss will be at second. Island at first base, and Splastusser at the plate. So a run across. This will miss outside. Ball 1 to Splastusser. Oh, they did call it strike, excuse me. So 0-1. Runners at first and second. Still nobody down. Off speed, lined at third. It'll be caught. Throw to first is in time for the double play. So Taylor Klein alertly snares the ball, throws to first to complete the double play. And Awio having to hold at second. In fact, she was scrambling to get back into the base. So here's Briley Dean, the left fielder, to see if she can keep the inning going with it 1-0. Ball high. Klein was charging at third, so Lockheimer, the shortstop, came over to cover third just in case Weiss had some ideas there. There's the strike called. So 1-1 to Briley Dean, hitting fifth in the order for Gering today. 2 outs, a run in. Runner at second. This will be fouled away down the right side, giving chase will be Schleve, but it'll go as a strike. So a ball, 2 strikes. Weiss, the runner at second. Dean, the batter. Jordan Grasmick, the pitcher for Scottsbluff. Whistles it in, called strike 3. So the inning is over. That will be a run, 2 hits, an error, and 1 left on. After an inning, it's Gering 1, Scottsbluff nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
Have a ball this fall getting your property in shape with a new John Deere compact tractor. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all compacts, like the hard-working 1 family and the economical 3E series. And get $500 off with the purchase of 2 qualifying implements that turn your tractor into the workhorse it was built to be. Clean up your property and clean up on savings with John Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Just because we smoke our new beef short rib and brisket for an absurd number of hours doesn't mean we love it more than any other meats. It just means you probably will. Arby's, we have the meats.
Last school year, 17 students were honored as the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Kids from Scottsbluff, Gering, Bridgeport, Bayard, Mitchell, and Banner County received winning nominations, and with the new school year underway, it's once again time for the public to nominate deserving K-12 students to be the next Star Student of the Week. How do you get your nomination in? Just go to pvbank.com, fill out the nomination form, and watch KNEB.TV News every Friday during the school year to see if your star student was selected.
An unearned run has given Gering the lead in the ball game. So Scottsbluff now to see if they can answer back in the top of the second inning. Kira Twombly, who was at bat when Schleve was caught stealing to end the first, will step in. Righty against righty, and Claflin delivers. Off-speed pitch will be a called strike. A lot of off-speed pitches so far by the pitchers for both sides trying to upset timing. There's the fastball swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes on Twombly. Cleanup hitter for Scottsbluff. Taylor Klein waits on deck. Claflin glanced to the dugout. Fires one in that swung on and missed. And quickly, 1 out, and that's 3 strikeouts out of 4 batters. Schleve with the only hit for Scottsbluff so far in the ball game. 1 out, here's Taylor Klein. Klein, the third baseman, who made that nice defensive play in the bottom of the first, catching the liner and doubling the runner off at first base. This will be lofted down the right side, giving chase Weiss, but it'll be a foul ball. So strike 1 on Klein, as she was a bit late, but made solid contact. Ball whistled back in, and Claflin ready to operate again in the middle of the diamond. So far, 3 pitches, 3 strikes by Claflin, and this will be popped up near the dugout, but it will get up on top, and it's strike 2 as Island giving chase couldn't get to that one. So it's 0-2. As I mentioned, that's 5 strikes Claflin has thrown this inning. Hasn't missed with a pitch yet. 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 on the second batter of the inning, Taylor Klein. 1-0 Gering, as you see on the screen. This will be lofted into right center. Weiss comes on and makes the catch. So Weiss with the second put out of the inning. Here's Savannah Salazar. Salazar, the first baseman. Snelling was giving chase, but Weiss had the best chance at it, and she was equal to the challenge. Salazar, widespread stance in the third base batter's box. One lefty so far for Scottsbluff. Pitch bounces. It's ball one. Kimber Schallenberger, the designated player, will be next if Salazar can get aboard. This will be 2 balls, no strikes, just low. So the control a bit off compared to the first 2 batters for Claflin. Let's see if she can battle back. It'll be popped up in the infield. And the second baseman drops the ball. Stamper made the call, couldn't come up with it. And we'll have the first error of the ball game against Gering, as we have already had one against Scottsbluff in the first inning. So it continues the inning for Kimber Schallenberger. 2 out, runner at first. Grounded, shortstop side, gloved nicely. Muir throws to second. It'll be dropped by Stamper. Everybody's safe. So a fielder's choice puts Schallenberger on base. It keeps the inning going for Maddie Narvaez. And the defensive problems there for Stamper, the Gering infield gathers together for a moment. See if we'll have a substitution here. Coach Tim Gonzalez talks with the home plate umpire and then goes out to talk with his team in the middle of the diamond. So, yep, Stamper will come out of the ball game. So we'll have a defensive substitute here in the top of the second inning. It'll be Destiny Harden, who is the replacement. So Harden now at second base. Muir still the shortstop. Brown at third. Island at first. 2 out, 2 on. Here's Narvaez, the left fielder. 1-0 Gering. An unearned run in the first inning has given them the lead. This is low. Holding at second will be Salazar. Spastoser pounced on it quickly to keep the runners from moving. Flag hanging limp out there at left center. Narvaez a little late on the cut there. May have chased one just out of the strike zone, but we'll never know for sure. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, 2 on. Fouled out of play by Narvaez. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Talara Kinsey waits on deck. Kinsey still with the shin guards on. She'll take them off if she has the chance to bat. Otherwise, won't have to go through the whole procedure of getting those back on. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that will be the 4th strikeout for Claflin. No runs, no hits, couple of errors, and 2 left on base. To the bottom of the second, it's still Gering 1, Scottsbluff nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
Platte Valley Companies is your home team financial and insurance network that works for you.
Platte Valley Bank provides a broad range of financial tools for your short and long-term business needs. Our experienced commercial lenders will work with you every step of the way to help your business grow. At Platte Valley Bank, we are proud to provide you with local decisions by hometown people for your hometown business.
Respect for tradition, coupled with vision that looks to the next frontier. Platte Valley Bank, a Platte Valley company, member FDIC.
There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey, Malarkey Legacy, and Highlander architectural shingles. You know you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy Class 4 UL 2218 shingles, where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber and Home Center, your lumber one since 1971.
Last school year, 17 students were honored as the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Kids from Scottsbluff, Gering, Bridgeport, Bayard, Mitchell, and Banner County received winning nominations, and with the new school year underway, it's once again time for the public to nominate deserving K-12 students to be the next Star Student of the Week. How do you get your nomination in? Just go to pvbank.com, fill out the nomination form, and watch KNEB.TV News every Friday during the school year to see if your Star Student was selected.
Gering batting here in the bottom of the second inning now, as they are the home team, leading it by a 1-0 as they survived a couple of errors in that top of the second to keep Scottsbluff off the scoreboard. It'll be Kelly Snelling, the center fielder, to lead it off for Gering. No changes defensively for Scottsbluff here. Right-handed batter Kelly Snelling. Center fielder steps in. Right-hander Jordan Grasmick has given up a couple of hits, 1 run. It's unearned because of the error, allowing the runner to score. So a 1-0 game. Gering seeing if they can expand on that here in the bottom of the second. First pitch will miss high and away. Destiny Harden will bat next. Sam Stamper was scheduled in the 7th spot, but with the defensive change, Harden will be batting. Off-speed pitch will be a strike, and we're at 1 ball, 1 strike. At third, Klein. Luckomer at shortstop, Johnston at second, Salazar at first. Kinsey doing the catching. Here's the delivery, and it'll be lofted towards second. Johnston makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here's Destiny Harden to bat now. Harden, a right-hander, stands well up in the box. And she'll chop it toward the pitcher. Grasmick underhands it and gets it there in time. It made it a close play because when she underhanded it, it looked like it stuck in her glove for a moment and turned into a high lob. But 2 outs, and in the scorebook, it just looks like a routine play. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Callista Muir. Here, the shortstop. Excuse me, we're going to have Kelsey Bonsack batting here instead. So pitch will be a strike. We had Muir scheduled, but Bonsack is batting. Delivery is going to be a strike again. So no balls, 2 strikes. Two out, nobody on. Grasmick trying for a 1-2-3 inning. Now Kinsey will go out and talk with her pitcher for a moment. It's apparently the signs were a little indecipherable one way or the other. So rather than have a mistake, they want to make sure they get it all talked out. Now the home plate umpire comes out and says, I think we've had a long enough talk. And the batter, Bonsack, down talking to Coach Tim Gonzalez. So Bonsack trying to keep it from being a 1-2-3 inning for the Scottsbluff defense. It'll be lofted to first, and Salazar makes the catch. So it is a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're through 2. Gering still leads at 1-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
Monument Mall has been a huge part of the commercial retail market that has served the Scottsbluff Gering area for well over 2 decades. Many have the misconception that leasing or renting a retail commercial space at Monument Mall is not affordable. On the contrary, our retail spaces have never been more affordable than now. Often having several spaces to choose from for rental or lease options, we have kiosks and retail merchandising units available for your needs to help your business thrive. So don't hesitate. Feel free to give us a call. For more information, please contact Krista Pelster, our property manager, at 308-632-6000.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
First pitch to Talara Kinsey. Misses low, ball 1 as she leads off for Scottsbluff here in the top of the 3rd inning. Gering, with that run in the first, continues to lead it 1-0. There's a check swing foul tip. So Kinsey, instead of being up 2-0, is with a 1-ball-1-strike count on her. Top of the order, Maddie Johnston waits on deck. Moving back away from an inside pitch, Kinsey now has a 2-ball-1-strike count. Bobby Claflin so far has given up only 1 hit. That was in the first inning. Sharply hit first base, gloved by Island handily, and she'll step on the bag for the 3 unassisted put out. 1 down, and now Maddie Johnston, who struck out swinging her first time. Second time looking at the delivery of Bobby Claflin. We'll see if that makes any changes, because Claflin so far has allowed 3 base runners, but 2 on errors. This will be ball 1 low. Johnston to be followed by Tierney Schleve. Claflin glances to the bench, obviously getting some instructions from there, and this will be high to center field. Snelling underneath for the putout. So we've got 2 outs, and Schleve, who had the infield single in the first inning, steps in. After those 2 errors, that makes 3 in a row retired by Claflin. Without the errors, that would be 5 in a row that she's set down. Schleve, the only left-handed batter in the Scottsbluff lineup today. And she'll ground it back to Claflin. She'll whistle it to first, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're in the middle of the 3rd. It's Gering 1, Scottsbluff nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years. Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota, this is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Monument Mall has been a huge part of the commercial retail market that has served the Scottsbluff Gering area for well over 2 decades. Many have the misconception that leasing or renting a retail commercial space at Monument Mall is not affordable. On the contrary, our retail spaces have never been more affordable than now. Often having several spaces to choose from for rental or lease options, we have kiosks and retail merchandising units available for your needs to help your business thrive. So don't hesitate. Feel free to give us a call. For more information, please contact Krista Pelster, our property manager, at 308-632-6000.
Have a ball this fall getting your property in shape with a new John Deere compact tractor. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all compacts, like the hard-working 1 family and the economical 3E series. And get $500 off with the purchase of 2 qualifying implements that turn your tractor into the workhorse it was built to be. Clean up your property and clean up on savings with John Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
We're into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gering with a 1-0 lead. They're batting with the numbers 9, 1, and 2. Scheduled against Jordan Grasmick for Scottsbluff. Josie Brown, the 3rd baseman, then Bobby Claflin, the pitcher, back at the top of the order, and Madeline Weiss to follow her. First pitch is high, is showing bunt, but pulling the bat back was Brown. Had the corner infielders in particular running. Johnston, the second baseman, was heading toward first in case she had to cover over there as Salazar was charging. Off-speed pitch, high, ball 2, even though Brown was showing bunt. Keeps the defense moving, that's for sure. A run in the first, an unearned run is the difference in the game right now. 1-0 Gering. Grasmick falling down 2-0, whistles this one in for a called strike. She's retired 5 in a row now. Grounded to third. Klein gloves, throws wildly, and turning first will be Brown, and she'll be in at second base. So Brown on the second error of the game against Scottsbluff, as Brown will move to second on the play. And with one runner on, here comes Bobby Claflin, who singled to right her first time. She has one of the 2 hits in the game for Gering right now. Claflin, 1 for 1. The rival pitchers square off. Ground ball up the middle. That's through for the base hit. Twombly will run the ball into the infield and hold Brown at third base. So Claflin smartly slaps that one into center field, and she's got a multi-hit game going. Here comes Wyo again. Wyo back in to run, so runners at the corners, nobody down. Tough situation defensively here. Now Madeline Weiss, who singled to the left side her first time. They had hits to open the game, Claflin and Weiss did. Then Island got on the fielder's choice on the throw that went to the plate that was dropped that allowed Wyo to score. She was running for Claflin. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Here's the throw to the plate. She is safe. So Brown comes in to score on the play. Weiss will be on a fielder's choice, but she does get a run batted in on the play. And moving to third on the play is Wyo. So Weiss at first, and it's 2-0 Gering on top. And the run, an unearned run again, because Brown got on an error. So 2-0, but that's the important stat for Gering, regardless of how they happen. Here's Island. She grounded to Klein at third, who threw to home, but it was dropped trying to get a Wyo coming in. So Island on the fielder's choice, and then she was doubled off after the line drive by Splasdosser. Runner is going. Throw will go down to second. Here comes the runner to the plate. She will score on the delayed steal. So Wyo will get the stolen base as the second part of that, as Weiss steals second, and a big inning in order for Gering here. If Scottsbluff can't get the door shut, we are going to have a timeout called. So we'll take a short one. We're in the third. It's Gering 3, Scottsbluff nothing on the West Coast scoreboard.
Stack up on some great savings with State Farm agent Care Heilbron from Gering, Nebraska. Care Heilbron can help you save hundreds by adding your renter's policy to your auto insurance. Think of it as insurance with the cherry on top. Get to a better state. Call Care Heilbron today.
Taking a short time out there just to try and get his team settled down. Weiss, the runner at second, came over and chatted with the first base coach for Gering, as all kinds of coaching strategy going. Here's Island stepping back in. She took a pitch high when that double steal was put into effect by Gering. Off speed will be in for strike one called. So Island with a ball and a strike steps out, takes a practice swing or two. And with a runner in scoring position, steps back in, still nobody down. And this will be lofted to right, and it will be foul. So a ball, 2 strikes on Island. She made good contact, but a little bit late on that one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Weiss, the runner at second for Gering. Now Island steps out again, so the home plate umpire grants time. The flag in left center just hanging limp. Line to right field. That'll be a base hit. Schleve will get it into second, and holding up and turning back to third will be Weiss, and she's in safely under the tag. So Island whips that one to right field for the RBI single. That'll be the second hit of the inning. And along with an error, that has compounded the inning. It's still 3-0, but runners at the corners and still nobody down. Here's Hannah Splastoser, line to third. Turned into a double play, in fact, but hit the ball solidly. She'll take a strike. So Splastoser with 0 for 1, but hit the ball hard just at the fielder. Taylor Klein at third. So infielders playing in at the corners. Big swing by Splastoser, comes up empty. No balls, 2 strikes. 4 hits, 3 runs across for Gering in the ball game. We're in the bottom of the third. Off speed is outside, so a ball, 2 strikes. Scottsbluff has lost their last 2 ball games. Gering won their last one. That was in the Aurora tournament against St. Paul. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll be the second strikeout for Grasmick. The other was Dean, caught looking to end the first. And here is Briley Dean to bat it. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Couple of runs across, making it 3-0 Gering. Off speed, misses. Island had taken a big enough lead. She thought there may be a throw coming, so she went sliding back to first, but no throw, down to first base. 1 ball, no strike on Dean. Ground ball to second. She'll toss to second for 1, throw to first, not in time, and the run will score. So Island is forced for the second out. Dean will get on a fielder's choice, but gets a run batted in on the play as Weiss comes in to score. So 3 runs in the inning, 4-0. Gering leading here, and they still have a batter. Kelly Snelling to step in. It'll miss high. Snelling had a pop up to Johnston at second base her first time. But a total of 4 base hits, 4 runs for Gering now. Pair of hits in the first, pair here in the third. That one will get away, and Dean will motor into second. Snelling had started down to first thinking she had been hit, but the umpire said no. Okay. So Snelling with a 1 ball, no strike count. Dean in scoring position. And the ground ball deep in the hole. Diving was Lockhomer, couldn't come up with it. Here comes the throw to the plate. It won't be in time. And the throw going in allows Snelling to take second on the play. So she'll have a run batted in the inning. And the inning continues as Dean scores from second base on the 2-out single. And that makes it 5-0 Gering on top with 4 runs coming across in this inning. So harden up. It is 5-0. Harden grounded one back to the pitcher. an inning ago. This the 8th batter for Gering in the inning. At second in scoring position is Snelling. This will be popped up, and that's going to get out of play back over our heads over here on the first base side. Strike one. 5-0 Gering, bottom of the third inning. Harden looking down to the third base coach. Brief delay as the home plate umpire had a conversation with the Scottsbluff dugout. Lined past the second baseman, Matty Johnston. Twombly will throw to second to hold the runner as Snelling will come in to score on the Harden hit. So Harden will have the base hit. The run batted in. She's at first base. And we've batted around now. So 5 runs across in the inning, 6-0, Gering on top. Looks like Ashlyn Todd is going to bat in the 8th spot, so it's been a busy position because Callista Muir did not bat, but we had her down, and then Bonsack took the sub spot, and now Todd to step in. So runner at first, 5 runs home in the inning. That's 6-0 now, Gering on top. Chris Cottrell in Alliance tonight. He's got Scottsbluff Alliance volleyball going on at 9:60 a.m. Klein will come over and talk to Grasmick for a moment as Todd getting some instructions from the coach. So Ashlyn Todd steps in with 2 out, runner on, 5 runs home for Gering in the bottom of the third inning, home half of the third. Runners in slightly at the corners for Scottsbluff. Bluffing a throw, but holding on will be Kinsey. And Todd with a 1-ball, no strike count. Harden the runner at first. Delivery will be taken. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Runner again drawing some attention from the catcher Talara Kinsey, but no throw forthcoming. This pitch will be across for the strike. Should be 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Grounded it in Salazar. Nice grab. And the inning is over. But not before Gering comes up with 5 runs in the inning. They got those on 4 base hits. There was an error, and there was a runner left aboard. We're through 3. Gering leads Scottsbluff 6-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Bye, Mom. Have fun.
Maybe next weekend.
Why wait? With the affordable John Deere 3E Series tractor, you can clear the chore list in no time. Go from to-do to done.
Looks like we had nothing to worry about.
Bring a 3E home today for just $139 per month. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Where can you find gifts for everyone? TC and More. That's where. Come in and look at what you've been missing. Gifts for the ladies. Gifts to remember. The gift of light. Gifts for your home. Gifts for the kids. Gifts for the Husker fan. For the perfect gift, stop in and visit TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff. And remember, TC and More still has all of your children's educational materials.
Stack Stock up on some great savings with State Farm agent Care Heilbron from Gering, Nebraska. Care Heilbron can help you save hundreds by adding your renter's policy to your auto insurance. Think of it as insurance with the cherry on top. Get to a better state. Call Care Heilbron today.
Brady Lockemer leads it off for Scottsbluff here in the fourth as Gering enjoying a 6-0 lead. Scoring a run in the first, 5 in this third inning just completed. Lockemer was one of the 4 strikeout victims Claflin has so far in the game, and there's strike 1. Kiera Twombly, the cleanup hitter, is next. Then Taylor Klein hitting in the 5th spot for Scottsbluff's coach Mike Gentry. Claflin whips the pitch in. It'll be a bit low, ball 1. So 1-1, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 4th. It'll be 2 balls and a strike now. Brown, a couple of steps inside the bag at third. Island about even with the baseline at first. That's going to be low, so we're at 3 balls and a strike. Lockemer up in the count as much as anybody has been against Claflin. She's not walked the batter in the ball game. And won't hear. That's a fair ball. Lashed down the third base line. Lockemer's heading to second. She's in standing up. First extra base hit of the ball game as she hit that hard down the line. And it was just in the fair territory, so the leadoff double. And now Scottsbluff seeing if they can get something going and perhaps get back in this as they trail 6-0. Losing a couple of ball games in a row, you just want to get some small successes to build on here. Ball 1 to Twombly. Twombly, a strikeout victim in the second inning, one of the 4 Claflin has. Big swing, and it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball and a strike to Twombly, who stepped out for a moment. Now back in. Claflin's pitch popped up right side, and it'll be simply a foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody down. Lockemer, the runner at second after the line drive double down the third base line. Off speed, ripped, caught, throw to second, not in time. Nearly saw our second double play, but not quite. Nice play by Island as she makes the catch on the liner, turned and threw to second. Mira, the shortstop, coming over, couldn't quite get there, and I think Lockemer coming back into the bag may have either gotten stepped on or inadvertently kicked by the shortstop there. Didn't mean to, but we're going to have a timeout to attend to her for a moment. So we'll take a timeout. We're top of the 4th. Gering leads 6-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Lockemer is okay. She's still in the game as the base runner at second for Scottsbluff. Here's Taylor Klein. Klein lofted one to right field, but Weiss made the catch on her first time. Pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. As you can see, Gering comfortably on top, 6-0. We're in the top of the 4th inning. But seeing if they can inch their way back here. Again, high for ball 2. Savannah Salazar waiting. Here's the 2-0. It will miss. So 3-0 to Klein. Again, Claflin has not walked anyone. She had fallen behind Lockemer 3-1, and she rode the pitch down the third baseline. There's a strike. So the automatic makes it 3-1. One out, runner at second. Scottsbluff, as far as they advanced a runner. Salazar was at second, in the second. There's one into left center. That'll be in the gap, and it'll roll to the wall. It one hops the wall. Dean and Snelling, a little unsure as to who is to pick it up, but it's brought back in. It wouldn't have mattered because Lockemer was going to score on that one anyway. So that makes the score 6-1, Gering on top. And here's Savannah Salazar. 2 doubles in the inning, a total of 3 hits for Scottsbluff in the game. This will be high to Salazar. Same situation we had, runner at second, 1 out, but now a run home for Scottsbluff. Salazar lifts that one back over the screen. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow, KDB.TV will have Bridgeport hosting Sydney. Sydney in their first game in C1 after moving out of the Class B ranks. Bridgeport, a C2 squad. This will be ripped into center and caught by Snelling. Snelling positioned perfectly for the Salazar line drive for the second out. So here's Kimber Schellenberger, the designated player for Scottsbluff, as they have a run home, seeing if they can get another one here. 2 doubles in the inning have resulted in a run. 2 hard hit balls that have resulted in outs. Chasing the off-speed pitch, strike 1 on Schallenberger. She's hitting 7th in the order, hitting in place of Grasmick, the pitcher. Claflin's pitch comes whistling in for strike 2. Schallenberger down 0-2. Here's Claflin's delivery, swung on and missed. Strike 3, that'll be the 5th strikeout that Claflin has gotten. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left aboard for Scottsbluff. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Gering 6, Scottsbluff 1 on the West Coast scoreboard.
There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey, Malarkey Legacy, and Highlander architectural shingles. You know, you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy Class 4 UL 2218 shingles, where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber and Home Center, your lumber one since 1971.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been. 'Cause where we live is still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another town like this around. We've got it all right here in our own backyard. We love this town.
Josie Brown leads off for the second straight inning as Gering batted around, scoring 5 times in the third inning. She'll take a strike. Brown living on an error and scoring. Out of the 5 runs, 3 were earned by Gering. That error proved to be costly for the Scottsbluff defense. Grasmick's pitch grounded back up the middle. Grasmick knocks it down, lobs to first for the out. Here's Bobby Claflin, the rival pitcher. She's a perfect 2 for 2 and has scored 2 runs, or her courtesy runner has scored twice, but she had to get on for the courtesy runner to have the opportunity. That's Kiera Ayawayo who scored those 2 runs. So here's Claflin, 2 for 2. She's only seen 5 pitches. That's the 6th pitch in 3 at-bats. She'll take a strike. She singled on a 1-2 in the first, then singled on the first pitch in the third inning. Grasmick goes off speed, but it's high, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Salazar at first, Johnston at second, Lockemer at short, Klein at third. There's a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes in the outfield. Narvaez, the left fielder, Twombly in center, and Schleve in right, and Talera Kinsey doing the catching. Grasmick in the circle, and the pitch will be fouled, so it'll stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th, Gering with a handful of runs in the lead, 6-1. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Third base, Klein really guarding the line, only a step off of the foul line and a step inside the third base bag. 2-2, foul tipped. Staying alive was Claflin. She was fooled on that pitch, but had enough back control to make contact. Count stays 2-2. Madeline Weiss patiently waiting on deck. And that one will bounce, so the count will run full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. This will actually be the 8th pitch of this at-bat for Grasmick against Claflin because of a couple of fouls on 2 strikes. So Claflin has made Grasmick work in this at-bat. It'll be lined into left, and Claflin's a perfect 3 for 3 in the ball game. That's 3 of the 7 hits in the game that Gering has had. And one of the busier players for Gering is the courtesy runner, Kiera Ayawayo, who will be back over there at first. Weiss, a single, and a fielder's choice, does have a run scored and a run batted in. Lefty takes the pitch high. So 1 ball, no strikes. Weiss, the only lefty batter in the lineup for Gering. Top of the order's been pretty productive. The first 3 have been on base, combined 6 times. 2 balls, no strikes to Weiss. Grasmick has not walked a batter in this one. She has a couple of strikeouts to her credit. 2-0 is going to be in for called strike 1. Ayawayo at first base. Hasn't made any indication of taking off so far. And the pitch will be a strike, so 2-2. Island, the on-deck hitter, she's hit the ball solidly a couple times in a row. So now at 2-2, Grasmick fires the pitch, and we've gone to a full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes again. Weiss singled on the 8th pitch of her at-bat. Weiss will be looking at pitch number 6 of her at-bat, and it misses high. So runners at first and second. First walk we've seen by either pitcher, and Gering threatening with 1 out and 2 on. Here's Island, who hit sharply to Klein at third. She threw to the plate. It was dropped trying to get the lead runner. So Island on a fielder's choice. And then Island with a sharp single to right field, her second time up. This one will go all the way back to the screen, and the runners will move up. So the wild pitch puts both runners in scoring position and puts Island up in the count. We've got timeout. Mike Gentry wants time, so that'll give Tim Gonzalez a chance to meet with his team also. We're in the 4th inning. It's Gering 6, Scottsbluff 1 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
We are going to have a pitching change here as Kimber Schallenberger, the designated player, is going to come in and pitch now for Scottsbluff. So she will take over for Jordan Grasmick. We're in the 4th inning. It's 6-1, but there are 2 in scoring position here for the Gering Lady Bulldogs, and they could break this one open. We'll see. Grasmick will end up going 3 1/3 innings. We can't close the book on her yet because there are runners out there that are her responsibility, but she does have a total of 7 hits allowed. They were all singles. She struck out 2, walked 1. And now right-hander Kimber Schallenberger will be facing Kiana Island. Island, I believe, had a 1-0 count when the timeout was taken. Again, Gering's next action will be next Tuesday. They'll be in Alliance. Then a week from Saturday, they'll be at McCook for an invitational, play 3 games there. Scottsbluff will be in action this Saturday, a doubleheader against Chase County. Those are home games. And then next Tuesday will be at Shadron. So that's the schedule looming for these 2 teams. Gering has gone 2-1. They won their last ball game, so trying to get a winning streak going here. Scottsbluff's 3-2, losing their last 2, trying to stop the bleeding. 6-1 Gering on top as the infielders gather and discuss the situation. So with the bases loaded now, it's Splashtosser. They gave the walk to Island. It's technically charged against Schallenberger. So it does set the force up. Pitch makes it ball 1 to Splashtosser. Lined out and struck out so far in the ball game. First time, obviously, looking at Schallenberger as the pitcher for Scottsbluff. There's a strike, 1-1. So Claflin, or her runner, Awio, at third base. Weiss at second, Island at first. There's a check swing foul, and it'll be a ball and 2 strikes to Splashtosser. Splashtosser check swing there, just an excuse me contact with the ball, but it does put Schallenberger up in the count. Bases loaded, ground ball at a fielder, might be able to turn 2 and get out of the inning, but Splastoser has other ideas. There's the grounder, and it will be covered, but not nearly in time, and the runner will score. So Ohio comes in to score. Splastoser on the fielder's choice does get a run batted in on that one, and the score becomes 7-1. That run is counted against Grasmick. So 7-1. And we are going to have a courtesy runner again. This will be Victoria Brady will be over there for Splastoser, the catcher. So Island is at second. Weiss is at third. Briley Dean, who has struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice, does have a run batted in and a run scored. Steps in with the bases still loaded. And that gets away. Coming in from third will be Weiss to score. So Weiss makes it 8-1. Gering on top. Island moves to second. Brady moves to, Island to third. Brady to second. And Dean with a 1-0 advantage. So 8-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. That run also goes against the starting pitcher. Grounder to short, and it's thrown away by Lockemer. And the runs are going to score for Gering, and at second base is Dean. So Dean moves to second on the play. Island will come in and score. She would have scored regardless of the throwing error, so a run batted in for Briley Dean, but only one. Brady, the runner for Splastoser, will come in and score on that play also. And the floodgates have opened here at Gering's Oregon Trail Park as Gering handily on top by 10 now, as that will be the fourth run of the inning. And Snelling scheduled to bat. Snelling has popped to second and singled to left. So 10-1, Gering on top. Schallenberger ready, delivers, and a grounder to short. The throw will go to first base in time, and waiting and seeing the throw go allows Dean to move to third on the play. So 2 down, runner at third, and Destiny Harden will bat. She'll be the 8th batter of the inning. So Harden has gone 1 for 2, a single and a run batted in. Singled to center field in the third inning, just an inning ago. So 2 outs now. That one's low, holding at third base. Dean was dancing, but at 10-1, dare say they weren't going to be sending her unless the ball had gotten a long way from the plate. 1 ball, no strikes now to Harden. Gering with 4 runs across in the inning. High and away, ball 2. So now at 2-0, Harden with the advantage. Runner at third base. It's 3-0. Kimber Schallenberger in relief for Jordan Grasmick here in the 4th inning. Grasmick ended up going 3 1/3. 8 runs. Schallenberger has allowed 2. And there's a strike, so 3-1. Checking to see here, those last 2 runs were earned against Grasmick, so 8 runs, 5 earned for her. Off speed, and it'll be caught by Salazar on the soft liner to first base. In the inning for Gering, they'll score 4 runs. They get those on 1 base hit. There was an error, and there was a runner left aboard. As we move to the top of the 5th, Gering leads Scottsbluff 10-1 on the Wesco scoreboard.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey Legacy, and Highlander architectural shingles. You know, you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy Class 4 UL 2218 shingles, where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber and Home Center, your lumber one since 1971.
Top of the 5th inning of play. Gering on top 10-1. Scottsbluff batting. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1s. Maddie Narvaez, Talara Kinsey, and Maddie Johnston to bat it here. Except we are going to have a pinch hitter. So that'll be Alexis Lopez who will be batting. So Lopez for her first look at the pitcher Bobby Claflin, who has pitched a fine ball game. 4 innings, 1 run. 3 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts in the ball game for her. Now ball 2 to Lopez. And looks like Kinsey is on deck. There's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Lopez. The 1 run Claflin gave up was earned last inning. Couple of doubles brought the run home. Now 3 and 1. Kinsey and then Maddie Johnston for Scottsbluff here in the 5th inning. Claflin whistles the pitch low, and there's the first walk given up in the ball game by Claflin. So nobody down, runner on. Here's Talara Kinsey. Kinsey grounded to the first baseman, Kiana Island, her first time up. Ball 1. Kinsey, the number 9 hitter. So the top of the order, Maddie Johnston on deck. And ball 2. Kinsey watching the pitch come in just under the knees. So Scottsbluff seeing if they can mount something again. Sharp grounder into right field, base hit. Weiss will field, throws to second, throw to third, and they've got her by the proverbial country mile as Lopez rounded second, didn't hold up. Ball thrown in sharply by Weiss, and the out recorded. So 1 out. Kinsey with the single, but 1 out with a runner at first for Scottsbluff now. Johnston struck out and had a fly ball to center. High and away, ball 1 to Johnston. 10-1, Gering leading. We're in the 5th inning. I didn't check whether it was an 8 or a 10-run rule in high school ball, so we're deciding here ourselves how much more this one might go. Pitch is a strike, 1-1 to Johnston. Off speed, misses low, so 2 balls and a strike now to Johnston. Schleve will be next for Scottsbluff here in the 5th inning of play. Scottsbluff has 3 hits, 2 of them doubles. And they're sharply hit, and it's under the glove of the shortstop. Boy, that'll be covered nicely by Snelling to hold the runner at second base. So Johnston, sharp single that couldn't be fielded. And with 2 on and 1 out, here's Schleve, who's 1 for 2. Single to left, grounded to the pitcher so far. Scottsbluff, like Gering, with 1 left-handed batter, and like Gering, hitting second in the order. Here's Schleve. Looking for a bunt attempt, but the pitch missed. Ball 1 as Schleve ran up in the box, but declined to offer. This one will be fouled away, third base side. Again, running up in the box and then taking the last second swing, trying to find a hole in the defense. Lockemer on deck. Scottsbluff with 1 run across. That was an inning ago. But other than that, Claflin has kept them in control. Ball was low, but Splastoser hustled over and got that one, so it's 2 balls and a strike to Schleve. Infielders fairly shallow all the way around. The count goes 3-1. Gering trying to move it to 3-1. And we're going to have a timeout as Tim Gonzalez wants to make sure his defense is all on the same page. We've got a timeout. We're in the 5th, top of the 5th. Scottsbluff trailing Gering 10-1 on the West Coast scoreboard.
So you're going to help families in other countries farm instead of this farm?
Well, it's what I've always wanted to do, Dad. Dad, this is ridiculous.
Not now. Come on.
James is leaving.
Tell him I'll send him a note later.
Come see me, Christy Sulik, at 1012 Avenue I in Scottsbluff.
Timeout is over, so Schleve will step in with a 3-1 advantage in the count. Bobby Claflin still the pitcher out there in the center of the diamond for Gering. And it'll be lofted toward the shortstop. Throw to first in time as the runners move up. So Schleve grounds out. Johnston moves to second. Kinsey goes to third on the play. So 2 out, and here's Brady Lockemer. A strikeout and a double. She has the lone run scored in this game for Scottsbluff. 2 in scoring position. Ball 1 on the first delivery. 3 hits for Scottsbluff. Claflin has 1 of them. She'll foul this one back as she had a healthy cut at that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kinsey at third base. Johnston at second for Scottsbluff. Lockemer the batter. And she'll pop it into left field. Hits it well, hits it deep. It will be off the base of the wall. Dean couldn't come up with it, and Lockemer has her second consecutive double to left field and gets 2 runs batted in on the play. Kinsey will score. Johnston will score. They were running with 2 out, of course. And that ball hit right up against the base of the wall. So, couple of runs home, couple of hits. Third extra base hit for Scottsbluff in the game. The only single was by Schleve in the first. Oh, excuse me, Johnston did have 1 here too. So yeah, 2 hits in the inning, total of 5. So Score now 10-3. Twombly with a 1-1 count, trying to keep the inning going. That'll be fouled right at the plate. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So out of the hits to this inning are singles. One's a double. This misses high. So we're at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Three singles, 3 doubles for Scottsbluff in the game so far. That'll be foul tipped. Twombly stays alive. Lockemer at second base after driving a couple of runs home. We're in the 5th, Gering leading at 10-3. Fouled back again. Twombly hanging tough. Taylor Klein waiting patiently on deck here for Scottsbluff. She doubled her last time. Had a run batted in. Claflin's pitch in there for strike 3. That will be the 6th strikeout of the ball game, and that ends the threat for Scottsbluff in the 5th. They'll score 2 runs in the inning. They get those on 3 base hits. There were no errors, and there was a runner left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 10-3 Gering on the Wesco scoreboard.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years? Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota. This is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Bottom of the 5th inning. And the first pitch will miss to Todd, ball 1. Todd grounded to the first baseman, Salazar. Pinch hitting a couple of innings ago. Gering has put 17 batters to the plate in the last 2 innings. They batted around, scored 5 in the 3rd, 8 batters and 4 runs in the 4th, and lead it 10-3. Scottsbluff a couple in the top half of this inning. There's a strike for 1-1. Josie Brown scheduled as the next hitter for Gering. Kimber Schallenberger taking her time out there. She's working in relief. There's going to be strike 2 called. Grasmick started, went 3 1/3. And Schallenberger came on, got the last 2 outs in the 4th inning. So first time she started an inning out there. This one will slip out of her hand and goes all the way back to the screen. So 2-2. Chuckling as she talks to Savannah Salazar, her first baseman, for a moment. Todd back in. And this one makes Todd skip rope, and we've gone to a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Josie Brown, then Bobby Claflin. So 3 and 2 after it had gone 1 and 2 early in this at-bat for Todd. And she'll swing and miss. Strike 3. So that'll be the first strikeout of the ball game for Schallenberger. 1 away, and here's Josie Brown, who is officially 0 for 2. She lived on an error and scored a run. So the number 9 hitter has contributed to the scoring out there of the 10 runs up there for Gering. Righty against righty. Schallenberger approaches the pitcher's plate, whistles one in for a strike called. Schallenberger trying to get settled down here. She had a couple of ground balls in the infield and a soft liner to first, but one was an error that kept that inning going an inning ago. Strike again. 0-2. Scottsbluff, if they could get through this inning scoreless against Gering, could maybe have a little momentum going into the 6th inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Gering's leading at 10-3. Brown down 0-2. She'll swing and missed, but the ball got away. Throw to first in time, so it'll count as a strikeout. So Kinsey got the ball to Salazar in time. It'll go as a strikeout. And here's Claflin, who's a perfect 3 for 3 in this game. All singles, 3 runs scored. Nobody on, 2 outs. Schallenberger goes off speed, and it bounces at the plate for ball 1. Madeline Weiss on deck if Claflin can get a board for the 4th time in the game. Single in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th innings. We're in the 5th. Gering with a 7-run advantage. There's a strike, 1-1 to Claflin. Outfielder straight away, fairly deep for Claflin. She has all singles, but she has hit the ball sharply. Fouls this one back. So a ball, 2 strikes. Weiss on deck, hoping for another chance to bat here. Scottsbluff trying to get out of the inning and see if they can put up some more on the scoreboard. Off speed, grounded, 3rd baseman Klein throws, and it will be in time. Salazar does the splits to basically keep that one in the field of play. 1-2-3 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 6th. Gering 10, Scottsbluff 3 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Compliments for you and your home has got the latest decor. Come in today and see what you can create. Start with great home decor from Uttermost. Lamps, chairs, and vases for any taste. Need a little light for a more intimate feeling? Flameware is a recharging LED light that simulates candle flames. Rootworks bowls are hand-carved, one-of-a-kind wooden bowls you can't find anywhere else. Finally, for a little accent, try these leather and Western-style pillows from High End. Compliments for you and your home, downtown Scottsbluff.
Buyers Realty has been helping people in the community find their dream home since 1994. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, our friendly staff will put in the work to help you reach the finish line. We also do property management for buildings in Scottsbluff, Gering, and beyond. You can find an extensive list of our properties by visiting our website at callbuyersrealty.com. Or you can visit our Scottsbluff offices on Avenue B, right next to Bumper to Bumper. Community strong, community proud, we have what you're looking for.
Being an Allo customer just got even better. 3 times better, in fact.
We've tripled our standard internet speed from 100 to 300 megs at no additional cost to you. This isn't one of those limited time offers that will melt away either. 3 times the streaming, 3 times the gaming, 3 times the uploading, all for the same price. Why? Because we love our customers. Allo, no gimmicks, no limits, no kidding, and still no contracts.
Right at the top of the 6th inning. Gering up 10-3, had ideas of ending it early, but Scottsbluff comes back with a couple in the 5th inning. And now it'll be Taylor Klein to lead it off. She doubled a run home in the 4th inning. She's 1 for 2. Fly ball to right the other time, so she's gotten it out of the infield, I think we can say easily both times. Ball 1. Savannah Salazar waiting. She hit the ball hard her last time up, but right at Kelly Snelling in deep center. Claflin whistles a pitch high. 2 balls, no strikes. Scottsbluff just trying to get back into this one. They've got good enthusiasm considering they've lost 2 in a row. There's 3-0 now to Klein. Salazar and then Schallenberger will be next. Claflin takes a deep sigh and fires a strike. So 3-1. 6 strikeouts, a walk, 6 hits allowed by Claflin in the game. 3 singles, 3 doubles, 3 runs, they're all earned. And we've gone to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Klein. Claflin's worked her way back from a 3-0. This will be lifted into center, but right at Snelling, and she'll make the catch again. Couple of nice defensive plays by Snelling out there in center field. And with 1 out, here's Savannah Salazar. Snelling had a good catch off of a line drive by Salazar the last time. Salazar lived on an error the first time, so officially 0 for 2, but she has been on base. And that's grounded past a diving shortstop, Callista Muir, and Salazar has her first hit of the ball game. So the 7th hit, and here is Kimber Schallenberger, who started as the designated player, but would be the batter now. She'd been batting anyway, but now not as the designated player, but as the pitcher. And we've got the runner out there for Salazar. 1 out, 1 on. Schallenberger has grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out. And there's a strike on the changeup. 0-1. Runner is Angelica Anaya for Salazar. Now down 0-2. Claflin with 1 out and 1 on out there in the center circle for Gering. Swing and a miss, and that will be the 7th strikeout for Claflin in this game. And now it'll be Alexis Lopez to bat again. She came in last time, walked, but was thrown out trying to move first to third on Kinsey's single into right field. So Anaya, the runner at first with 2 down. Second baseman Harden is shifted over a little bit more toward the first base side of the bag. Now Lopez is ready. And it's high, ball one. Two out, runner at first. Scottsbluff trying to find a way to come back from a 7-run deficit. That one's in the dirt. Nice job by Splashtosser there to keep that ball in front of her, and Anaya not tempted to head for second. So Lopez with the 2-0 advantage. Now it's 2-1. Talara Kinsey is on deck for Scottsbluff. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Now it's 3-1. Lopez with the advantage on the count. Kinsey singled her last time. There's the walk. So she's walked twice. She's the only player for Scottsbluff to draw a walk. So runners at first and second, 2 out, and Kinsey, who grounded to first and singled to right, will step in. Mike Gentry comes out to talk with the umpire about a possible change, so it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. Yeah, that will be Reisig, who will be batting or running. So Catherine Reisig, the runner. Anaya, the runner at second, both pinch runners. And Kinsey to bat. 2 out, 2 on. Both teams have tried to get a bunch of people into this one. It'll be fouled away, first base side. Kinsey down in the count, 0-1 after lofting that one over the infielders, but foul. If Kinsey can get aboard, top of the order, Maddie Johnston would be next for Scottsbluff. Off speed will be low, so a ball and a strike. There's a strike at the knees, and it's a ball, 2 strikes. And it's fouled off. Kinsey stays alive. Anaya, the pinch runner at second, running for Salazar. Reisig, the pinch runner at first, running for Lopez. And Talara Kinsey battling at the plate with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. She's going to go down and talk to Michael Gentry for a moment, and that allows the Gering infielders to all gather together. Make sure they have their strategy set, depending on where the ball is hit. Bobby Claflin trying for the complete game here, leading it 10-3. Kinsey steps in. Third baseman Josie Brown inside the bag a couple of steps and off the line a couple of steps. First base, Island just inside the line. There's a pitch low, so we have gone to a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Claflin, I think, felt maybe she had that one. Hoped he was out of the inning, but she's forced to come in with another pitch here. It'll be grounded fair, first side, and Island knocks it down, picks it up, steps on the bag, and the inning's over. For Scottsbluff in the inning. No runs. There was a hit. There were no errors, and a couple left aboard for Scottsbluff. To the bottom of the 6th, Gering leads at 10-3 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Where can you find gifts for everyone? TC and More. That's where. Come in and look at what you've been missing. Gifts for the ladies. Gifts to remember. The gift of light. Gifts for your home. Gifts for the kids. Gifts for the Husker fan. For the perfect gift, Stop in and visit TC and More, downtown Scottsbluff. And remember, TC and More still has all of your children's educational materials.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Why should you come out to Double L Country Store in Banner County? Because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and
swept Gering in volleyball action. This will be Madeline Weiss, the number 2 hitter. She's singled, walked, and grounded into a fielder's choice. There's a strike. She has a couple of runs scored and a run batted in the ball game. Kiana Island is on deck after Weiss here in the 6th inning. That makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. The lefty steps out, looks to the coach in the third base box. Tim Gonzalez gives her some instructions, and she's back in ready to go, standing well up in the front of the box. It's low for ball 2. 2 balls, a strike. We're in the bottom of the 6th, the home half, as Gering entertaining Scottsbluff. These teams will get together later on in the regular season in mid-September, and the Scottsbluff invite's coming up 7th and 8th of September. Ground ball chopped towards shortstop. Lockemer has it but throws wildly, and heading to second will be Weiss, so she's on the error. So the throw making the error there, and Weiss is at second base, the 5th error on Scottsbluff in the ball game. And here's Island, who has singled, walked, grounded into fielder's choice, has a run batted in, and a run scored. She's hit the ball sharply every time. Schallenberger working in relief of Grasmick. That one eludes the catcher's glove, and moving to third will be Weiss on the wild pitch. So, runner moving into scoring position with nobody down. Outfielders playing in. I'm assuming that means it's an 8-run rule, so they're having to cut the runner at the plate if they can. So a ball over their head would have scored the runner anyway, even if they'd have caught it. Bunted foul. So a ball and a strike to Island, who, as you said, has hit it hard a couple of times, also has walked. That was an intentional walk as the pitching change was made from Grasmick to Schallenberger. Watching the bugs fly around on the field and players waving their gloves to clear their vision. Pitch will miss high. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Island. As we said, outfielders in close enough. If a fly ball's hit to them, they might have a chance to make the throw to the plate if Weiss tags. And that'll be a line drive for a single up the middle. Easily scoring will be Weiss on the play, and Island continues her strong hitting in this ball game, and that will end it as the run comes across. So in the inning, 1 run. There was 1 hit. There was an error, and a runner left on, and that will end the ball game due to the run rule. 11-3. Post game's coming up. Stick around. Thanks for being along on KDB.TV.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
So you're going to help families in other countries farm instead of this farm.
Well, it's what I've always wanted to do, Dad. Dad, this is ridiculous.
Not now. Come on.
James is leaving.
Tell him I'll send him a note later.
Come see me, Christy Sulik, at 1012 Avenue I in Scottsbluff.
Compliments for you and your home has got the latest decor. Come in today and see what you can create. Start with great home decor from Uttermost, lamps, chairs, and vases for any taste. Need a little light for a more intimate feeling? Flameware is a recharging LED light that simulates candle flames. Rootworks bowls are hand-carved, one-of-a-kind wooden bowls you can't find anywhere else. Finally, for a little accent, try these leather and Western-style pillows from High End. Compliments for you and your home, downtown Scottsbluff.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Welcome back. Chuck Swartz with you on KDB.TV. Gering wins it via the run rule, 11-3, as they scored 1 in the first and then broke it open with 5 runs in the third, 4 more in the fourth, and then 1 here in the 6th inning. And ironically, Schellenberger coming in relief as the pitcher for Grasmick gave up only 1 hit in the ball game, and that was the hit that ended it during the run rule. So let's run through the batting first for Scottsbluff in this ball game. Matty Johnston had a hit in 3 tries, scored a run, struck out once. Tierney Schlevy, 1 for 3, a single. Brady Lockheimer goes 2 for 3, a pair of doubles, also struck out. She scored 1, and she had 2 driven in. Kiera Twombly goes 0 for 3, striking out twice. Taylor Klein, 1 for 3, a double, and a run batted in. Savannah Salazar, 1 for 3, also lived on an error. Kimber Schellenberger goes 0 for 3, struck out a couple of times. Maddie Narvaez, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Alexis Lopez hit in her slot, walked twice. And Talara Kinsey goes 1 for 3 with a run scored in the ball game. 3 runs, 7 hits, 6 left on base, and 5 errors for Scottsbluff. Let's look at the Gering hitting in this one. Bobby Claflin, the leadoff hitter, the winning pitcher also, goes 3 for 4, 3 runs scored. Madeline Weiss goes 1 for 3, also walked, lived on an error, scored 3, drove 1 in. Kiana Island, 2 for 3, pair of singles, a walk, had a run scored and 2 driven in. Hannah Splastoser goes hitless in 3 tries, but did have a run batted in. She struck out once and had a run scored. Riley Dean, on her 16th birthday, hitless in 3 tries, but lived on an error, struck out, scored a run, and actually drove 2 in. Time she made contact, it got teammates home. Kelly Snelling, 1 for 3 with a single, a run scored, and a run batted in. Sam Stamper was scheduled to hit 7th, but didn't because she was pulled defensively. Destiny Harden came in and went 1 for 3 with a run batted in. Callista Muir was also scheduled in the 8th spot, but didn't bat. Kelsey Bonsack was 0 for 1. Then Ashlyn Todd came in and went 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Josie Brown is hitless in 3 tries but lived on an error and scored a run. She struck out once. Again, 11 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, 4 left for Gering. Back to take a look at the pitching. Again, it was Gering winning it 11-3 over Scottsbluff on the Wesco postgame show.
Just because we smoke our new beef short rib and brisket for an absurd number of hours doesn't mean we love it more than any other meats. It just means you probably will. Arby's, we have the meats.
Why should you come out to Double L Country Store in Banner County? Because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
We'll look at the pitching numbers in this one and wrap things up as Gering wins it 11-3. Jordan Grasmick started for Scottsbluff, went 3 1/3 innings. She gave up 7 hits, 1 walk, struck out to 8 runs. 5 of those were earned. All of the hits were singles by Gering. And then Kimber Schallenberger came in relief, went an inning and 2/3, gave up 3 runs, 1 earned, 1 hit, 1 walk, and struck out 2. Grasmick takes the loss as Scottsbluff falls to 3-3, their 3rd straight loss. And then Bobby Claflin, the pitcher for Gering, went all 6 innings in this one, gave up 3 runs, all earned, on 7 hits, 4 singles, 3 doubles. She struck out 7, walked 2, and picked up the win as Gering is now 3-1 on the season. Reminder, tomorrow it's football. Sydney will go into Bridgeport. We'll have that one for you here on KNEB.TV. Want to thank you for being along tonight. Producer TJ along as always with me. TJ Albright did the usual job that we expect. And gosh, let's see, we had a couple of fairly new. Jayton Cranemar was here as one of the operators. A new one, Jonas, was working tonight, so we wish him well here on the evening. And let's see, we had, and then of course Beretta working on the scoreboard. We had one of the cameras being static. So speaking for all of those people, Chuck Swartz wishing you a good evening and reminding you again, it was Gering 11, Scottsbluff 3.